Hello, my name is Teresita Blanco, the sister, and today I wanted to discuss Silent Hill again, but we're not gonna be talking about Silent Hill. Like I've been thinking that since Silent Hill recently left that area in the U.S., wouldn't it be fun if the next Silent Hill was also set in like a completely different country, and then we can have and then we can see different sites and places and different hellholes, and then having a Silent Hill experience catered to to a different culture or whatever. But the long and short of it is, in order to be Silent Hill, it needs to be on top of a hill. I just figured as much, and then you start from the top and then you move to the bottom, cause even Silent Hill app follow that pattern. And over here, you're seeing a photograph that I took while I was in Cartagena, Colombia, and it does have a very nice looking hill that overlooks the entire city. And heck, even from this photograph from the high ground, you can sort of see that it even already looks foggy, like so. It has like the perfect Silent Hill ambience. And the thing that is at the highest top of the hill in this area in is a church. So that will be a good spooky place to start to begin the adventure and exploration. And it also has like a historical area, like there's even like some nice hotels here and there. And there was also a shop that I saw there that had like a genuine like in the Museum of Emeralds, they had a genuine crystal skull, those chronology devices that are that are said to be out of place artifact, 'cause there's no way that, cause of the weird quartz that was used to make it. So then, yeah, like it has a lot of like fun little places that could be great settings, great horror movie settings. And also as you make your way down, like it also has hellholes that they, like the little favelas at the foot of the hill. So that's something. So that would work well for like spooky ambience. Cartagena is a good. It's a good candidate for the next Silent Hill game. If we want just to have it set like literally elsewhere, not in the U.S., not in Japan. Just continue with the trend of selling Silent Hill elsewhere. Like another good place that could work well for like Silent Hill for like the next Silent Hill game as far as setting, it could be a little island called Roatán in Honduras. And just from like the port area that you can see here, you see that it has like a lot of little hills here and there. So and even without giving a spooky pep, and it also has like a bit of a tourist track quality, which is the feeling that I got when I was like in the hotel in like Silent Hill 2 that I recently finished streaming. And like it has similar aesthetic in a lot of like water area, and it even had like a fun tourist trap type of like submarine. And just seems like a and also like it also has like a bit of a mist whenever it's like foggy and stuff. Just like I feel that this town, because of like its random poverty and stuff, and like spooky old crumbling buildings, it could be a good Silent Hill type of game. And that could be something that like explore. Whatever, just a good place to like mug about in a horror movie type of setting. Another good place that could be like a good horror movie setting is in Pinar del Río, Cuba. Like I remember mostly a specific street called Isabella Catholica. As you can see, the streets over there that like they arc outwards, and the one specific in where I used to live at in Isabella Catholica, the mountain it will go like the hill it will curve even more upwards. So it meets the requirement of having a hill in order to be a silent hill. And like just within a stone's throw away in my old neighborhood, there was a spooky church. There's a clinic that you can explore and have like killer stabbing nurses. At night, there's literally no light because the place even now gets a bunch of ridiculous like blackouts even there, and all of the buildings there look older and historical looking because they haven't made a new construction in that area in like forever. And there's even a nice insane asylum near the area. And that's also a stone's throw away. And there's also a school in the neighborhood that's within walking distance, so it could work also like for exploration and whatever. So that area in Pinar del Río, Cuba, is a good candidate to be the setting of the next Silent Hill game. But a lot of fans they be thinking that a Silent Hill F shouldn't be even called Silent Hill because it doesn't take place in the famous Silent Hill city. So since a lot of folks are just stuck in the Silent Hill can take place literally anywhere else, then I guess instead of changing city, I guess we could just change location within the city. Like I read on the lore in Silent Hill 2 that there was a boat that disappeared from like the old timey times, like a steamboat, just similar to this one. So then we could just have the entire game take place inside a spooky haunted boat, the infamous Silent Hill boat that disappeared in the lake of that area. And heck, we can even have like use a diving bell and then have like an underwater section where you're like finding like where you're like dealing with a bunch of like drowned, bloated corpses and stuff, and just having a legit underwater section. I don't think there's been a underwater area in like any other Silent Hill games. But then again, I'm only familiar with two games, but yeah, it would be fun to just have the game be said. We're still technically in Silent Hill, but we're gonna just be limiting our exploration to one or to like a spooky boat. And my last idea for the Silent Hill game, it could be instead of we're still in Silent Hill, but then we just roll the clock back, like way back. And then it'll be very funny that you're like trying to fight the monster, and normally when you find a rifle in a Silent Hill game, you'll be like, yeah, time to like fight back and no longer helpless. But since this is like the old timey colonial period, it takes like half an hour to reload your musket, and it sometimes even misfires if you did the wrong combination. So just imagine a colonial guy like just trying to like just the tension taking like 10 minutes to reload your musket to fire a shot that's probably gonna miss. And then you figure out that the only proper way to use a rifle back in the old days just to use it like a spear, just the bayonet or like the thing right on top of and then you just use it like a spear. Cause they did mention in Silent Hill 2 that the old colonial time history of Silent Hill and like the weird plague and like witches and all of that. So then we can even like integrate a whole witch trial in like oak in like and make that part of the plot of like the next Silent Hill game. So then we're still in the same place. We're still in the city of Silent Hill, cause God forbid we get to visit another country do a Silent Hill literally anywhere else. But we're now doing it at a different time period. So then it can cast. So then it's not. It's the same household, but it's on a different time period. So at least the buildings will look different and deal with, and then it'll be same place but in a different time period. So yeah, that's just all of my crazy idea, my five crazy ideas for like suggestions for like the next Silent Hill game. And I hope you find them amusing. Bye bye and God bless.